Hey guys, Squiggles here bringing you another MLG replay that I found. This one is going to be between FXOqxc and LiquidRet. Both of these players are epically awesome. That's what I love about MLG. As I've said before, it brings all the awesomeness from all the top players and puts them in one tiny space where there is just so much awesomeness. I'm actually, my mind is boggled that the place doesn't just explode because of all the awesomeness. That's right, kind of an Archer reference there. But you know what? LiquidRet, he is a great StarCraft 1 player, and he made the transition to StarCraft 2 a little bit behind other people who transitioned to StarCraft 2. Nevertheless, he is an amazingly talented player, and I cannot wait to see what he is going to do as he continues to make the dronies. And QXC is also just such a top player, and he's been a top player for quite a while. I remember watching him not a lot in StarCraft 1, but in the beta, he was one of my favorite players to watch. QXC, go baby go. And plus he's a Terran, and I'm always biased toward Terran, so I apologize all you Protoss and Zergs out there, but I want QXC to win for a couple of reasons. One, I'm Terran, and two, has anybody else noticed it seems like once you get to like mid-late game, Terran can't win against Zerg. Am I totally wrong? Please tell me, and if you feel like you need to flame me, I guess that's okay. I can't stop you, but somebody just explain to me how Terran can beat Zerg in the mid to late game, because all I see is Terran's just getting smashed over and over again. And I'm talking like diamond level all the way up to the Grandmasters and the pros. So I don't know, man. Somebody shoot me some love and show me or send me a replay or something. That'd be a good subscriber Saturday thing. If you are a Terran or if you're a Zerg, I don't even care, and you have a game of a Terran player just absolutely destroying a Zerg, and it's not like, oh, the Zerg forgot to build like an Overlord for the first 6 minutes of the game, but it's actually a good game and the Terran ends up winning, then send it to me, man, because I'm just boggled by this matchup. I don't know. I have a mental block, and I know this is some people's like strong matchup. This is definitely my weak one. So please, I beseech you to help me out. Okay, now that I've moaned and whined and complained enough, I'll get to the actual game. As we see Rhett taking his spawning pool quite a bit before his extractor, also getting his hatchery before that. So he is fairly confident with this spawning location. You know, all Zergs want to spawn here, if the Terran is going to spawn here. They want to be as far away as possible, but this is the next best. It is really close via air and decently long, if you follow my mouse, for ground. Decently long. So this Cell Naga, going to be important because it separates the two bases. This is where Zerg doesn't want to spawn if Terran is spawning over here, because the rush distance is so fast and a lot of early pressure you can put on. And like I said before, I really see that Terran is good against Zerg in the early game because of Marine and Hellion like pressure you can put on. And also for some Banshees, it seems like that Zerg can have some kind of problems with that. But once you get to like the mid game and Zerg kind of like stabilizes and gets their macro up, especially if Terran like turtles too hard, then Zerg just gets way ahead, and all of a sudden there's nothing you can do. So again, last time I'm going to say, I'm not saying the matchup is OP or broken or anything. It's actually, I'm probably just bad is what it is. But if you could help me out, send me a replay or something, I would forever be in your debt, and I'll give you a shout out on my channel. It's the best I can do for you. So help me out. Appreciate it. Okay, now back to the game again. As I said before, it looks like he's going to be going Reactored Hellions, which is pretty standard, into Banshees, and I'm looking for Cloak, and it doesn't look like he has enough for Cloak, but he's starting that Banshee right away. And the cool thing about this, as we see this nice little micro battle going on, is it forces Roaches, and Roaches can't shoot air. So now that he's built all these Roaches, and look at this, if he just keeps attacking with these, then what he's going to do is he's actually going to force these Roaches to pull back, unless LiquidRet says, screw you, man, I'm just going to go attack, because he knows that the Terran does not have a lot of units. As a matter of fact, he doesn't have really, holy crap, let's look at the units. He doesn't even have a Marine yet. He has 5 Hellions, and that is it, baby. And you can see that these Hellions are able to get into the main base. So we go back to the production tab, and we can see, we'll have to look at the units lost. Look at the units lost and see what happened, but it looks like actually Rhett has lost quite a few drones. Goodness gracious. So great job by QXC there, but here comes the danger. These Roaches But you know what? This Banshee comes out just in time, and it is going to put a stop to all of that Roach shenanigans. Now, if you look, you can see that there is not going to be any cloaking. He is just making a couple of Banshees, and he is continuing to make Hellions. So he is making it very awkward for Rhett. Rhett has a couple of decisions here, and none of them are really good as far as what he can do. It looks like he is getting more Queens. That is always something that you can do, which is good. And he's getting his lair at his natural. Interesting. But look at this. Now he has Banshees, which are going to be taken out by Queens if he's not careful. Run away, Banshee, run away. But he keeps on harassing with his other units as well, and he just keeps on getting drone kills, and that's really what he's doing. Nice little focus on that drone there, killing the drones that are hurt, and he's going to be kiting as fast as he can. He needs to be careful not to lose this Banshee. This Banshee is actually really important because it's going to keep... Oh, no! Oh, no! Keeping that Banshee alive is actually a really big deal, and I'll tell you why. Because there's another Banshee over here. No, but because I'll tell you why. So if you have a Banshee out, then what it does is it forces Zerg to be really defensive and really be careful, and it forces extra Queens, and it just forces all kinds of stuff. It may actually even force like a Hydralisk Den or something. So it really kind of forces Zerg, which is what you always want to do. You don't want Zerg dictating the pace of the game. You want to be dictating to Zerg exactly what's going on. You can see QXC going up to 4 racks now, getting a Tech Lab and a Reactor, and look at this, getting more Banshees. Still not getting Cloak, but getting Banshees. So it looks like he has not forced any Spine Crawlers, and by Spine Crawlers I mean Spore Crawlers, the Spine Crawler's cousin. He hasn't forced any of those, which is fine, I guess, but he has put on a little bit of pressure. As you can see now, their supplies are really, really even. If we go to the army thing really quick, I just want to see that. Oh, never mind. It looks like QXC is a little bit ahead in army, and Rhett is a little bit ahead in economy, but QXC does have his expansion going up now, and that is going to help a ton. He was way, way oversaturated, which is fine, actually, if you're planning on expanding at his main, because he is going to just move all these guys, and he is going to be pretty happy with his natural right off the bat. Also getting out the bunker, always a good thing to do, as I totally missed tons of action that's going on here. Again, with Hellions and Banshees, and look at these Banshees, man. These Banshee pilots, they are so good. They are just like, you know what? We can keep operating with almost no health. It is fine, guys. It is fine. Okay, it looks like QXC is getting Stim now, as well as a couple of Marauders and some Marines. Going to be filling up that bunker with the Marines and continuing to pump out the units. Oh, it also looks like he's supply blocked right now, but he does have 3 supply depots and 1 finishing up right now, so not supply blocked for too long. But you can see any little thing is really kind of a big deal. And oh, here comes a huge attack by Rhett, and is QXC going to be able to hold it? I don't even know. Banshees are here, and they're going to be doing lots of damage, seeing as how none of LiquidRet's units can actually hit the Banshees. But still, lots of damage being done, and he could actually force... well, it looks like he's getting a lot of worker kills. Doesn't look like he's going to force the lift at all. And it looks like Rhett has lost a decent amount of stuff, but QXC has lost even more. And, well, actually... I don't want to be a liar, so let's never mind. Wow, it is about as even as you can get as far as resources lost. So that's wow, that's really even. And it looks like bam, Rhett taking a third, because why not? Oh, look at this, sniping the two SCVs that were building this gas, just delaying it a little bit. Every little bit you can delay your opponent is really vital. And yep, it looks like those Marauders able to kill a couple of those Roaches, but one does manage to get away. And look at this, just instantly getting ready to expand. So it took forever for QXC to get his natural out. He wanted to make sure he had enough units, and he was doing tons of harass. But now that he has it, he is instantly expanding again. And look at this, QXC is actually ahead of Rhett right now. Wow, goodness gracious, I don't even know how that happened. And these Banshees going to be getting repaired back up. Oh yeah. And it looks like lots of Marines and Marauders being made right now. And oh, look at that. I love this scout. Stim 1 Marine. Send him. So good. You can kill that Zergling at the Watchtower. I think you can. Or you could just not care about the Watchtower. Screw it, man. He's just trying to see exactly what's going on. And you know what he's going to see? He's going to see a whole bunch of Banshees causing some hate, as well as... Oh, good. This is so good, actually. Look at these Banshees doing so much damage. Screw the Stimmed Marine, man. I'm just looking at the Banshees, and now he's going to pull away and try to keep this, try to keep it alive. Oh my goodness, he's being so, like, risky, but it looks like he is going to keep it alive and get away. Bam, baby. That is how you do it. And look at that. QXC now up by a 12 supply. So very, very, very good job. And I apologize. Man, I couldn't breathe there for a sec. Ugh. Calm down. Take a breath. It'll be okay. Okay, here we go. So it looks like QXC going to be taking his third now, as Rhett has his third up. Not really saturated yet, but it does look like he's making 5 drones, as well as his Spire is almost done, getting +1 melee attack and the centrifugal hooks for Banelings. So, yeah, man, he's getting ready to maybe, I don't know, what's Rhett going to do? I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see, but it looks like a good amount of Marines and Marauders, and by Marines and Marauders I mean, okay, there's enough to call it Marines and Marauders. But this is going to be kind of a weird push for LiquidRet rather to deal with. And a scan would actually be really good right there. But nope, he's going to scan all these other ones and kill all the creep tumors behind him, but not kill these two. So that's unfortunate. But this is kind of a weird thing. And look at this. This is so good. He's able to split. Oh, that almost killed that queen. But he's able to kind of split what the Zerg is doing by using these Banshees. And look at that, getting a couple of free Baneling kills. That's how you want to combat Banelings, man. That's what I'm talking about. And look at this, getting more worker kills. It looks like Rhett may be trying to counterattack here, but he doesn't know that most of QXC's forces are moving over here. And oh man, this tank needs to be sieged if siege mode was only done. QXC supply blocked again. Oh no. So Rhett able to take the lead again. And look at Rhett. He is going to be moving in to do some damage to QXC. And QXC is going to be moving up to take out the third of Rhett. So we could be looking at some kind of a base trade here. As, oh, keep the Banshees alive. And he will. So here comes Rhett countering into the natural of QXC, and it looks like these Banelings are going to roll in and do tons of damage. Oh no, going to get into the SCVs, and oh man, oh, so close. This is a planetary up here, so that's good. And it looks like, oh well, oh man, this is tough. QXC could actually be in trouble, but at the same time, so could Rhett, as Rhett losing a ton of overlords and supply block now. And now it's going to be up to, can QXC actually hold this? Oh, look at this. He has a couple of Banshees back here, and the Banshees cannot be attacked by the Roaches, so he's going to be absolutely fine. Meanwhile, countering into the natural of QXC, of Rhett, and oh, those Banelings doing so much damage, and more Banelings coming out doing even more damage, microing those Marines back. That is what he needs to do, and now it's going to be up to him to see how many drone kills he can actually get. Microing back and trying to get as many as he can. This is where the damage is doing. And LiquidRet, GG's. Holy crap, I just saw a Terran beat a Zerg. I am so happy.